think of a card, any card. Is this your card? I know, I'm really good at magic, and today I'll be showing you a lot of magic tricks and how they are done. It's time to reveal the greatest magic tricks in the world. Have you heard of the needle through the balloon magic trick? You can literally stick a needle through a balloon and it won't pop. Well, how do you do this magic trick? You can actually do this trick yourself. Grab some oil and put it all in oil, cover it in oil, and then push the needle through the strong points of the balloon. You can literally try this yourself. Obviously, you need to practice a little bit, but it's insane. The cut and restore is one of the coolest magic tricks I've ever seen. Right over there, you saw he cut the rope, and before you know it, he puts it all together. The rope is whole again. How does he do it? Well, you literally just get two ropes. You cover one of the ropes in your hand, and then you cut that one. The big rope, it's still good. It's still fine. You could do this as many times as you'd like. You can do it 4 times, 5 times, as long as you get rid of the little pieces. If you want to do magic and look really smart at the same time, you can solve some math equations with magic. So as you can see right over here, he writes down 7 plus 5, and then he sticks these two together. He shakes it a little bit, and once he shows it, it shows the solution. 7 plus 5 equals 12. Well, how do you do it? He has a board with a secret panel that fits right within the frame of the board, and he's already written the answer on there. So when he puts them together, he shakes it, it literally new board falls on top of the other board, and there you go. This is your answer. Have you ever tried pushing a coin through a glass? Because I haven't, and it's pretty hard. But here it's done. How does he do that? First of all, he has 2 coins, one above the glass and one below the glass. So with this trick, they're also using a ring magnet. So this magnet can like hold the coin, and right when you let go of that coin, you can switch it around, and then one of the coins gets dragged to the magnet while the other one doesn't get dragged to the magnet, and it'll look like it went through the glass. It's all magic, guys. This isn't real. What? I thought they were real magicians so they could just make it fly through glass. Have you ever seen this really cool trick where someone pretends to pull a scarf through his neck? Look at this. Look at this. Boom. He just pulled the scarf literally through his neck. How is this done? Well, you can do it yourself pretty easily. You grab the scarf like so, put it behind your neck like that, and it will look like it is hanging around your neck. But in reality, it's not. And if you just yoink those 2 things in the front, the scarf will literally come off and it'll look like it went through your neck. It's pretty disgustingly awesome. Now, here's a crazy one, and trust me, this is all fake, okay? It looks like he is cutting his arm. He is not. This is not real. It's magic, and I'll show you exactly how it's done. It looks very impressive, but this knife, and you might have already noticed the blade, it has a big hole in it, and you can see that's exactly what he puts on his arm. What happens when he pulls the blade away? Well, once he pulls the blade away, he shoves the handle back up, which covers this hole, making it look like he cut it. Now, have you ever wondered how they do this knife throwing amazing trick? Look, there's someone hanging over there, and he's about to throw the knife, and boom, right over there, a knife right next to her head. Well, trust me, she was never really in danger because it's all magic. So how is it done? How do you do this trick? Well, turns out there's an assistant hiding right behind the big board, and it could be spinning around or not. And right when the magician pretends to throw the knife, he releases his mechanism, and the knife will come through the back and shoot to the front. He never throws the knives. He hides it in his pockets. Now it's time to reveal one of the craziest tricks you'll ever see. So the magician loads up a rifle, gives it to his assistant, and then proceeds to get shot at, but he catches the bullet with his mouth. How is this possible? Well, let me tell you exactly how it's possible. Turns out that the rifle is not real. The magician loads a bullet into the rifle, but when he does so, he uses a little bit of a magnet thing to pull the bullet out. And they've marked this bullet, so it is a one-of-a-kind bullet. He pulls out the bullet, hides that in his pocket right until the reveal, and then he makes it come out of his mouth. But they sometimes put some glass in between too. Well, turns out this glass is rigged, and when they pretend to shoot, they also make the glass from, you know, probably with a remote. So right over here, you can see that he has marked the bullet, but he pulled the bullet out. It never was shot at him, and when he spits it out of his mouth, you know it's the same bullet. I bet you didn't know that one was fake. Now here's an insane one. So David Copperfield apparently made a train carriage disappear. How did he do this? He also did it in front of a bunch of spectators. So how did he make a literal train disappear? Well, turns out what you're seeing right over here, he also made it fly, by the way, isn't really the train. He made this cloth float, but he just recreated a frame of the train, and that's exactly what he's letting float right over here. But obviously with cranes he's making it float. There isn't a train over there, and these spotlights are covering the real train actually just being pushed out of the frame. And you don't realize while you're standing there that this is happening. Yes, it's that simple, but the execution is what's hard. Have you seen this magic trick on America's Got Talent? This guy pours some salt in his hand and then stuffs it in there, and then the salt is gone. And then he grabs it out of thin air, and then he pours the salt right back into his hand. Well, turns out this is probably the easiest trick in the world. He has some really good props to him, but you could definitely do the basics at home. So what he's doing right over here, he's utilizing a fake thumb. And this fake thumb you put over your finger, and when you move your hand, you'll have no idea that there's a fake thumb. And then what he does is he can pull it off a few times, pour some salt in there, stick his thumb back on, and now the salt is hidden in his hand. Now, once again, this guy's execution is really, really good, but the trick is super basic once you know how it works. And as you can see, that's the fake thumb. You pull it off. You can put whatever you want in there. Just amazing. Have you ever wondered how someone swallows a balloon? Well, I have, and this guy, oh, he's swallowing a knife. That's something completely different, and I'm not gonna show you how to do that. But here is how you swallow a balloon, and it is actually pretty easy. Trust me, you do not want to swallow the balloon. That is the magic trick. You make it seem like you're swallowing the balloon. Right over here, he's really, really doing a great job, but in reality, he's not swallowing it at all. So here's how you do it. You grab one of these balloons, and you punch a lot of different holes in there. Now, they need to be equal holes on the right side, and not on the side where the opening is, but on the complete opposite end. So once the balloon is inflated like this, and you push the air, you push on that side, the air is gonna start flowing out, and you can pretty much eat the balloon. When you slowly put it in your mouth, it'll slowly start to deflate, and then once you have a really little balloon left, you just put it behind your cheek. Look at this. And if you do some really cool magic at the same time with this, you make it look super awesome. Here's a really cool one. You can do it yourself. You can just need some Oreos and some marshmallows, and you make it seem like the Oreo, the white stuff, is coming out of nowhere, or you suck it up like that. So what you do is you grab two sides of the Oreos, you get rid of the white stuff, and you literally just put a marshmallow in between, and the possibilities are endless. Look at that. Look at that beautiful magic trick over there. So he's pretending to eat the Oreo or making it switch. There's so much different stuff you can do with it. And right over there, magically making the Oreo white stuff appear. If you enjoyed this amazing magic trick video and want to see more amazing videos, then either click on this video right over here or on this video. Both are super awesome, but you can only click on one. I would definitely recommend one of the two, but I guess you gotta figure it out yourself. What are you waiting for? Click on one of the two videos.